I was Wayne Goodsell. In what we title the Joseph Smith History, Chapter 1, Verse 1, there's only one chapter, we have, owing to the many reports which have been put in circulation by evil disposed and designing persons, pay attention to that, because this is kind of ironic in relation to the rise and progress of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, all of which have been designed by the authors thereof to militate against its character as a church and its progress in the world. I have been induced to write this history to disabuse the public mind. Here's the irony. Somebody thinks they want to commentate on the back of my video. If any of you dares to go to the Joseph Smith papers to learn the original documents information, you would know, well, they kind of botch it on this one, but in other places, they inform us that Willard Richards is the one who changed the original documents. It is not the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Joseph Smith didn't even have it the Church of Jesus or Church of Christ, as the error in the footnotes for this is. It was the Church of Latter-day Saints. We know this from the Joseph Smith papers, in which at the beginning it was the Church of Christ. Then in 1834, Sidney Rigdon in a leadership meeting raised his hand and said, "I'd like to propose a discussion for a change of name of the church." And they unanimously voted to make it the Church of Latter-day Saints. So when Joseph was writing this in 1838, the name of the church is the Church of Latter-day Saints, not the Church of Jesus Christ. So this, what Willard Richards pulled, is what's called an anachronism, because his church under Brigham Young is called the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It was not the Church of Latter-day Saints. It was not the Church of Christ. Brigham Young called his church the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And thus, Willard Richards, being a prominent member, being rewarded for his efforts and work in the Carthage jail, took it upon himself to change the name of the church and pulling an anachronism. And an anachronism is just that, where current knowledge, technology, events, persons are placed in a historical context in which they did not exist. And this is what has been done here by Willard Richards under the orders of Brigham Young, is he turned the past into the future.
No, I just said slow down. I'm kidding. No, you said turbo. No.
And these are literary devices in which we can see when a document has been redacted, or if it's written as such. If all of this was Willard Richards writing, if this was his history, and he's talking about the rise of Joseph Smith's church, then yeah, he would be the author of the document instead of Joseph Smith. And so these are important things to know as Mormons. Instead, we go around and perpetuate this lie that is in our canon of Scripture, the anachronism. We go and tell everybody, yeah, Joseph Smith founded the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. No, he didn't. We're lying to people. CNN with their fast facts on Mormonism. Wrong. All a complete lie. They got misinformed by Mormons and have now spread the word to even more people throughout the world of this lie. And so, there are others to look for. And some of them are a little more requiring prerequisite information than others. But let's give you one from the Book of Mormon. As the church again says it's Jesus' book. But let's see, I gotta search for it, it looks like. Oh, no, I know where it is. Never mind, Ski. Oops. 2nd Nephi 14? No, oops. 17. Nope, that's the... Maybe I should have. No? Come on. Gotta do the search. My goodness. I'm gonna be going duh when I find it. 24. Duh. 2nd Nephi 24:12. It comes from the Isaiah passage. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? O Lucifer is not in the Hebrew text. When did it originate? It originated with the Latin Vulgate text. And so what the church has done here, what the authors of the Book of Mormon have done here, is thrown in an anachronism. Because the original document did not have Lucifer. It was the Latin Vulgate in 400 CE. AD, if you don't know what CE is. That's when it first emerged as having Lucifer in the text. And here it is, right in the Book of Mormon, which is supposed to be written 1,000 years prior to the invention and input of Lucifer into the text. So is it prophecy? Knowing that it's supposed to be Lucifer in the original, and so they're putting it in what became known as the Latin Vulgate? No. No, there's something else going on. But that's one of the problems, is if you don't recognize anachronisms to learn that a document is not what it's claiming to be, you end up biasing your conclusions, or in other words, lying to yourself and others about what the document is, what it's saying, and what it means, because then you carry on with that lie to create other lies, other falsehoods, and so it just branches out and expands, and eventually it will blow. There she blows. So, and then eventually you want to change history to conform to your belief system. I've seen that in the Old Testament. People are saying we can't fit the traditional timeline of the events in the Old Testament with the archaeological record. So we're just going to move the biblical timeline, and lo and behold, it matches the archaeological record. Not exactly, but that's what they're doing. You can't do that. That's an anachronism. You need to recognize it as an anachronism and recognize that the writing was actually written then, at that point in time, and was not written earlier on. But are people going to listen? No, they're going to do what they're going to do, aren't they, Mormons? So, as much as you believe this is the Church of Jesus Christ, and you change the first vision to Jesus visiting Joseph, who's he calling an abomination again? If it's not Jesus, who is it? Let's see. Mormons have rewritten their own scriptures from Joseph Smith. And that's very dangerous and very destructive, as Mormons are getting played.